Welcome back, guys. This is it. This is going to be our great tour of the cathedral. So this is Atreides Cathedral Fortress. Let me know your views, like, subscribe, do all those nice things, but we're going to just jump straight into it, and here we go. This is done in a cinematic style. Thank you. Bye. Rising from the dunes like a relic of another age, this is the Atreides Fortress Cathedral. A fortress, a sanctuary, and a monument to power and faith amidst the sands. As you can see, the tall tower is a true monument to show the power of the Atreides. The outer walls stand built strong to weather storm and siege. Each bastion is manned day and night, the guard posts housing our finest watchmen, ever vigilant for raiders or worms. Hidden amongst the stonework of these walls, the lungs of the base. Each wind trap draws precious moisture from the desert air, feeding life within the walls. Few ever notice them, and that's precisely the point. Below the bastions is the Buggy Bay. From here patrols launch across the dunes, scouting trade routes and spice fields, each vehicle tuned for the harshest conditions: speed, endurance and survival. These buggies bring us the raw, unrefined ore. Moving on from the Buggy Bay, we arrive at the assault hangar. When defense needs to turn to offense, the assault hangar awakens. We have our assault ornithopters ready on standby. Every pilot is trained to strike fast and vanish even faster. Here we store our most precious materials, from refined ores to metals to components for building things. Placed above our assault hangar is our scout hangar. We move on from here. We arrive at the other side of the fortress, at the home of our aerial might, the carrier hangar. From here we deploy our harvester to collect spice from across the lands, from the deep desert. This behemoth is our true sign of our might. It enables us to only grow stronger. Now we approach the great cathedral itself, towering high into the rift. Even taller than some of the greatest rock formations, the tower stands strong, a true sign of the Atreides' ingenuity in building. The architecture, once kept to Caladan. From here we enter the Crypt, a place of quiet industry. We have our death stills to provide water. We have our Litajon storage, and we have our body storage. Next we step into the fabrication and refinery hall. In here we house fabricators and refiners to provide tools, armor, weapons, and of course melange and processed metals. Along this tier we have our chemical refinery. Now as we cut across the hall, we arrive at the ore refinery. This room enables us to build our extra metals and our plastone, each with their own storage boxes. We continue on and we find our large refiner made purely for the holding of plastanium. Now we return up to the next area and we find our building materials room. with our melange, metal, plant fibers, agave, raw materials, and granite, as well as that precious plastone for extending the Atreides reach. We return now to the refinery side, and here we have our utilities room. In this room we store our power packs, our shields, our water tools, our cutaways, our compactors, our utility items, and of course our suspensor belts. Finally, in this area we enter the guild hall. In the guild hall we meet here to dine and to communicate with other soldiers. This is our space to wash away the terror and dust with drink and fine food. Now we exit the crypt and we return to the cathedral entrance, fronted by plants and the Atreides logos and banners. This lets the Atreides soldier know they are home and welcomes them, where they can grab a drink and rest before needing to enter the Great Hall to make their prayers and to reach out for forgiveness for their actions. As we enter the Great Hall, we see the entranceway is lined with pews and great murals of Atreides history. From here, we continue to the altar. As we climb the stairs, we see the Atreides hawk overwatching our preacher as he arrives at the plinth ready to speak to the rows of pews full of soldiers that have returned from the harsh desert to be relieved of their sins and to remember their God. As we look to the skies, we see a hidden remnant of a world long gone, the crucifix of Christ. As we work our way through to this door, we find the office of the cathedral owner. In here there is a weapons locker and an armor locker, as well as a fridge full of bandages and food. From here, Dazzler comes to work under the watchful gaze of a previous Duke of the Atreides. He can take seat and watch over the rift. He can devour some food for energy. He can invite in friends to enjoy a beverage, or he can finally rest. This is not the end of the tour though. We will exit out of the cathedral. Upon reaching the outside, we call in our ornithopter. From here, we come up to the assault landing bays. These are purely for drop-offs. As we follow this path, we enter the large spice refinery room. This is where we process our spice sand into the great gift that is melange. Once the sand has been deposited, we can return out into the desert to continue our work. From high above, the cathedral stands strong, proud, unerring in this world of combat. In the wilds of Arrakis, where the desert burns hot, and death hunts in every shadow, be it man or worm, this great fortress stands as your sanctuary, a bastion against the chaos of the sands. So, Atreides, come visit, and from here we leave you. Okay guys, if you can let me know what you thought of this build. It took a lot of time putting together this cinematic kind of style video. Didn't actually take too long, but the actual build itself has taken a long time, and I'd love to know from you what ideas you have as to how we could improve this base, how we can make it look cooler. So drop your comments down below, and if you haven't already, like and subscribe. Looking to hit watch time goals as opposed to subscribers and things now. So if you've made it this far, then thank you very much for taking the time, and yeah, we will see you in the next one.